So now the answer is infinitely many. All we needed was these two rules, and we can make infinitely many words. This is the power that recursive definitions give us. And unlike the previous definition, which was circular, what we have now is what we call a recursive definition. That means we have defined word in terms of itself, but that's not the only way we've defined word. We also have this other rule that allows us to have a starting point, that there's one word that we have that's defined not in terms of itself. So here's how we can make infinitely many words using these rules. So we can start with a non-terminal word, and let's say we choose to use the first rule. We can replace word directly with our hippo word. And we're done. But we had another option. We could have replaced word using the second rule with counter word. And if we replace this word using the second rule, we'll end up with the word counter hippophobia. But that's not the only choice, right? We could have chosen to use the first rule again, and then we would replace this word with counter hyphen word. And so now we have counter counter word. Again, we have the choice what to do with this word. We could use the second rule, replace it with the terminal, and then we'll have counter counter hippo. Or we could replace it using the first rule, and then we'll have counter 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 followed by word. So this can keep going as long as we want. We can produce all of these words with any number of counter, either 0 repetitions of counter, 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as we want. That means that we can produce infinitely many words. Some of them are going to be pretty hard to pronounce. Actually, they're all pretty hard to pronounce. But there's no limit to the number of words we can produce this way. So this is what's called a recursive definition. And the important thing that it has is two parts. It has a base case, which is here. That's the stopping condition. That's something that says we have at least one word that we can define already, that we don't need to define in terms of word. And it has the recursive case that says we can define a word in terms of another word. And if we combine those two, well, now we have a definition that can make infinitely many words.